Should we believe the hype?
What hype?
The hype about Booby Miles.
Now, hype is something that's not real. I'm all real.
Okay, everyone, welcome back to the BelieveNoHype Podcast, where sports and entertainment meet culture and all hype gets put to the test. I'm your host, Malrizzo, and of course, I got my main man, A7 himself, CMB, back on the IR tonight. Hopefully, he gets back to us soon.
I think his career is going to be is going to be
They're going to judge him. They're going to judge him by, what did we say? Your best ability is availability.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? But we appreciate you all for liking, following, subscribing, commenting, sharing. Keep it up. We appreciate it. Keep sharing the love.
Yes, sir.
Let's get into it. We had a great divisional round of football last week.
Yes, sir.
We had the Bills take on the Broncos. Let's jump on to that one real quick.
How wild was that?
It went kind of how we said it was going to go.
Well, remember we said the other week, we were like, what is this game?
Yes, you said that.
Yeah, I was like, what even is this game? It was everything and more, bro. It was everything and more.
Josh Allen, I don't know if it was like a case of like, hey, I'm the guy, I got to try as hard as I can. But it looked like he found himself in a position where he was doing too much.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Turning the ball over. The fumble at the end of the half, that was the one I blame him the most for. The other one was a sack fumble. Interception, turnovers.
It's starting to be, it's just the story of his career, right? Like, so I think I started texting you. I was like, oh, damn, they're about to get blown out, right? It was like 21-3 or something like that, or 17-3.
He battled, though.
And then all of a sudden, here they come doing what the Bills do, because they've been doing this all season.
They've been doing this for a couple years.
If
you really want to think about it.
Go down in the first half. They come out the locker room. Here comes Josh Allen, puts on Superman cape and tries to make it happen.
Yeah.
The problem is, not the problem, because they honestly could have won that game still.
Yeah. They were in it till it was over.
The problem is...
It was overtime, right?
Yeah, it went to overtime. The problem with that is, how much can your team take? Can your team take when you play that way? You know what I'm saying? Like, who wants to keep playing every week to be on a heart monitor every time you play, bro? It's tough.
He has to do so much because, like I said, this team is a little underwhelming with talent.
Yeah.
Keon Coleman, you draft him, you think he's going to be your number one receiver. He barely turns out to be your number two receiver.
Yep.
I think he was coming off the bench in the last few games.
Yep.
You have to pull Brandon Cooks off the street. You got Khalil Shakir and Tyrell Shavers. Like, those are the guys.
Good in stretches.
Yeah, but those are the guys you're like saying, oh, this is my guy, right? Khalil Shakir is catching 10, 12 balls a game.
Yep.
But he's not, no offense to him, he's not of the pedigree of the guys DBs on the other side are not afraid of him.
He's only good because they're feeding him.
Exactly.
And
I think it was just a situation where the talent level of the Bills met a wall.
Yeah.
Not that the coaching met a wall or the organization or Josh Allen, but that he took them as far as you could without having a loaded talent. That's not Josh Allen's strength. He's not a Tom Brady and Peyton Manning in the sense of he's going to elevate the level of play of those receivers so high that you can go win a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
That's just not his game. He can make magical things happen, but there's only so much you can cover up.
Yeah.
So I think it was time for them to assess the talent level. And when they were called into question by their head coach, Sean McDermott, seems as though the front office and ownership did not like that. And he ended up taking the blame, getting thrown under the bus. And they're saying, listen, you're out of here, buddy. You can't coach this group of guys. But the fact is that group of guys isn't talented enough to go anywhere.
Yeah, they made a big mistake with that. I mean, the fact of the matter is, Sean McDermott has done a great job. Has done a great job.
Has he even had a losing season in
I don't
Buffalo?
think so. I'm about to say, I'm pulling up his record right now. So he's 98-50 as a coach with the Buffalo Bills.
So that means you win 2/3 of your game.
Pretty much. 8-8 in the playoffs. Okay, cool. Not a losing record. 500.
5 AFC championships.
5 AFC championships. And this is the thing with the Ravens too. Is like you're getting rid of a coach who's proven to be a winner.
Yeah.
And like, what do you think is out there that can do better, especially with the roster that you have? And again, I get it. Messages can grow stale. Yeah. I think it was Larry Bird who said with the Pacers, like, every 5 years you got to change your staff around, or every 3 years you got to change your staff around to make sure things stay fresh. Yeah. I understand that.
When you have a good head coach, but do you think that more so refers to coordinators and position coaches?
Exactly. And that's what I was going to say next.
If you have good, like, what's it called? Like when the head of the organization is good.
Yeah, front office, executives.
Like, everything else can be interchangeable until you get like the right matchup, the
Yeah.
right order of things. And that's what happens with good teams, right?
Yeah.
When you look at the Seahawks or even the Patriots, what they got going right now, right? It's like everything, the stars are aligned.
Yep.
But it took a lot of trying. You know, what's the song of the Jefferson? It took a whole lot of trying to get up that hill.
Yeah, that's right.
Right? It took a whole lot of trying to get up the hill for the Patriots, right? They had three or four losing seasons. Same thing with Seahawks. They were gradually getting better and better, right? They went down, they tanked.
Right.
Pete Carroll's left, McDaniel came, and they gradually got better and better and better. And now they're on the verge of competing for a Super Bowl.
Yeah, and you said those teams had to go through a lot of losing to get to that point. The Bills went through a lot of losing before Josh Allen. They got Josh Allen. Now they're competing every year. Yeah. And it's like, I you know me, bro. I say a lot of things about Josh Allen. I say he needs to do better. I can't trust him, this, that, and the next.
Right.
And that's not me saying you got to get rid of Josh Allen. No. That's not me saying you got to get rid of the coach. That's just me saying you got to build that team different. Billy Beam. Or is that his name? Not Billy Beam.
Brandon Beam.
Brandon Beam. Are they related?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. That's Brandon Beam.
Yeah.
You got to build that team differently. And you did a bad job. And you're getting rewarded for doing a bad job.
Poorly built.
Even your defense. Even your defense, man. You got guys like Esperanza. They got guys that are pretty good on that defense.
That's what I'm saying.
And they just can't seem to make it happen.
But it was the offensive side, right? Like outside of, they got a few good offensive linemen. Dawkins is great. He's, I think, all pro.
I think they got rated the best offensive line in the league.
Cook is obviously amazing. And Josh Allen's amazing. But where's that receiver? That you got the 3 of the 4 most important positions on offense. You got 3 of them.
Yep.
Where's the 4th one? Where's that stud wide receiver? You never once did you hear them mention any trade talks for any big name receivers.
No.
The closest splash they tried to make, they went and got Amari Cooper. That didn't work out.
Retired.
Yeah, he retired. He retired. You know what I'm saying? And it's like when you don't try, when you're not, you have a generational talent in a Stephon Diggs.
Yeah.
And you let him go because, well, he's the problem. He's the one holding Josh Allen back, right? But then you have Gabe Davis. You let Gabe Davis walk to go get money. Yeah, he comes back, but he's a shell of himself, right? And I think he got injured last year, too. I think he tore his same ACL last year. So you don't have the guys at that position. Yeah, you invested. You got 2 good young tight ends, Knox and Kincaid, but they're not Trey McBride. They're not Brock Bowers, right? They're not the tight ends you fear.
Yep.
So where is the threat? Josh Allen and Cooks, and that's it. You stop the running game, then what?
Yep. And if they had, and even if they had a pure pass catcher, a pure wide receiver there, they wouldn't even need Kincaid or Knox to do any of that stuff. They don't need those guys to do that.
Aren't getting as banged up.
And what they saw, and what I would have left that game, if I'm the Bills, what I would have left that game, I don't want to talk too much about it, but what I would have left that game saying is, if Brandon Cooks was 5 years younger, that's a catch, bro. That's a catch. I mean, and some will say it's a catch now because he had control all the way to the ground. Some will say it's a catch now, but before we talk about that, I want to say
we don't even know the rules of what a catch is. That's the problem.
Exactly. But they've skewed it for us. We used to know. Like, I think you had texted me. You were like,
in the old NFL, I think that's catch.
Of course.
But also, I think that, actually, no, I'm going to be honest with you. The way I saw it, I think when you watch it in slow motion, it looks like a catch.
Yeah.
When you watch it in real time, it doesn't look like a catch.
Interception.
He didn't survive the ground.
Yeah.
Right? So if the rule is you have to catch the ball, it doesn't matter if your knee is down or not, you still have to survive the ground.
Right.
So he goes to survive the ground, he loses the ball, but someone else, the ball never touches the ground, someone else is there.
Right.
I think that was more of like a fumble recovery than a interception. But I guess because the ball never touched the ground, it's more.
But it also never left his like control because it was ripped from him. Remember, it didn't like pop. It didn't like pop out.
And it wasn't a double catch.
No, it was not.
It was definitely not a double catch.
Secured it.
Now,
if the ground rolls over.
Now, if you're telling me the rule is if the guy doesn't survive the ground,
right, and
I'm the defender, and I can get between the ball and the ground after the guy doesn't survive, it's now an interception.
Right.
That's going to change probably a little bit of the effort that you see guys making on those plays where guys are hitting the ground, the ball's popping up, and they're like, "Oh, well, that's just an incomplete catch." Like, no, now you can. If the ball comes after he doesn't survive the ground, as long as you catch it before it touches the ground, now it's an interception, I guess.
Right. But if it's a catch and not an interception, the Broncos fans are now going to be like,
right. But let me say this though, I don't feel like that's the play that decided the game.
No, it wasn't.
And anybody who watches football knows that. If you watch that game, that wasn't the play that decided the game. Was it the play that decided it in the final moments? Yes. But there's a long story that it took for us to get to that, where that was the play it came down to.
Yeah.
Like, again, the Josh Allen turnover. Now, if you want to tell me they overcame all the mistakes that they had made earlier, and now we wiped out all those mistakes, and the only mistake that was made was that, okay,
Yeah.
But that's not how the NFL works.
That's not how it works. But I will say this: as they do start building their new team, now they're off to Cancun like these other teams. They need to think about putting that defense together to be an unstoppable defense and figuring out that pass catcher situation. Because on the other side of the ball, on the Broncos side, that defense was crazy, bro. That guy Nick Bonito is I'm just
nice,
like,
bro.
bro.
I just kind of got hip to him this year.
Yeah,
but he's been making plays.
Oh yeah.
Let's talk about the Broncos. The Broncos are in a tough situation. They've been playing great football all year. We've been lauding Bo Nix about how he's been doing such a great job managing that, the progression, the consistency out of him.
Right.
Snaps his ankle the last couple plays. People are questioning about when it actually happened. Did it happen on the kneel down? Did it happen prior to that?
Yeah.
Sean Payton said it happened prior to that, and he played through it. Some people are saying it happened, on the internet. They're saying it happened on when he took the kneel down.
Yeah.
All I know is he's hurt. He's out.
It's a damn shame.
Jared Stiddy.
Yes, that's what they call him, right?
Stiddy's going to play against his former team that drafted New England Patriots. Should be interesting.
He hasn't taken a snap in
He's taken a meaningful snap since 2023.
Yeah, bro.
And he wasn't good then. Now, listen, we've seen miracles happen where guys sat on the bench for 4 or 5 years and come out and they're just lights out playing better football than. Now, is this going to be what happens against a team that is primed, right, ready to go?
Yeah.
That is not because now your playbook shrinks.
Yeah.
Like you want to say, oh no, this guy he can know the playbook all he wants. He obviously can't execute the playbook the same way as your starter,
or else he would have been the starter.
Or else he would have been a starter, or you would have traded him because he's so good.
Yeah.
So I think that they were already limited offensively.
Yeah.
And I think now they become even more limited. I think you have to play, if you're the Broncos, you kind of have to play like obviously there is no tomorrow, but you have to go out there and play like, look, it doesn't matter what happens.
Yeah.
We're already behind the 8 ball.
If you're the defense, you're saying we got to win this game. We got to find a way to score. We got to find a way to get a pick six. We got to find a way to fumble touchdown, something like that. Special teams.
Yeah.
Every other part of the team has to step up.
Right.
It's super unfortunate because that game was so amazing to watch. Bo Nix was great.
Bo Nix is great. I like Bo Nix.
He played a great game. The defense played great. But now every other part of the team, every facet, special teams, defense, they got to find a way.
If there is New England, especially, you need all three.
Against New England, for sure. But if there is a team that your starting quarterback can go down and you can still possibly win, I would say that the Broncos are one of those teams because they play that way. They play with a great defense.
Great defense.
They have this run game's okay.
I think their defense is just as good as everyone's like Texans had generational defense.
Yeah.
I think the Broncos are just as good.
I think the Broncos are there. After watching Nick Bonito play,
Bongo, Bonito, Surtain.
Yeah, bro. They have a really, really, really good defense.
They got some defense. They got some players.
So they have an opportunity to win it. It's just unfortunate because just as the fan base got hyped and ready to go, it felt like it got taken away from them.
Yeah, and now you have this like, if you don't win, you have this. You're like, man, what could have been?
Yeah, what ifs?
And then if you're the Patriots and you win, everybody's gonna keep saying, "Oh, you had the easiest road to get to a Super Bowl in the history of the world." Not really. The Texans weren't. The Texans defense was not no walk in the park. Chargers weren't really a walk in the park. Chargers are a good football team, and if they can beat the Broncos, the main core of the Broncos is there. The defense is there. So if they can beat that defense, Drake May goes out there and balls out. You can't say anything about him.
Well, that was the other game, right? The Patriots.
Patriots. Yep. Do you think everyone should be dogging on C.J. Stroud? They're like, why are you throwing the ball there? It's like, okay, why is it that the Patriots defense didn't do a good job? It's C.J. Stroud is so ass.
Yeah.
Like, why is that always like they didn't trick him? They didn't disguise coverages. They're like, oh no, he just made bad throws.
They love a great opportunity to blame the quarterback.
Picks, the Carlton. I think both the ones by Carlton Davis were just great plays by him.
A little bit of baiting, a little bit of that, but not a lot of zip. But people got to remember, there was a snowstorm happening. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's a snowstorm happening.
They're a dome team, aren't they?
Exactly. And they're from Houston, Texas.
Yeah.
Like Texas. Like we watched.
I don't even think it snows in Texas.
Right.
To be honest with you,
we just watched LA have a hard time. We'll get into that as well.
Yeah.
Like, and that's why a lot of conversation these past couple of weeks are, do these teams as they get new? Like, I think the Bears was like the conversation was, when they get a new stadium, is it going to be a dome?
Yeah.
But the fact of the matter is like what we saw out of the Patriots Texans game is why you have cold weather teams and warm weather teams.
Right.
Because they came up there. CJ Stroud was cold, man. I could see it. I could see it, bro. I could see it. The way he I think there was this one, who's number 7? Is that Carlton Davis?
On Patriots?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, there was that one pick, I think it was like his third pick of the night, where you could just see he did not put the zip on it. And I was just like, that's because it's snowing, it's cold, and he don't want to, he thought that he could just plop it. And it's like, no, when it's cold, you have to play a certain type of way. I think Tom Brady was explaining it a few weeks back.
How the ball has to be pointed.
When it's windy and all that stuff.
Some air got under that ball.
Of course. That's part of the game. And it's like, I can't dog CJ Stroud. I mean, I can get on CJ Stroud for not being prepared for the cold, but I can't, I don't think well, in this situation, it's tough to say that he's not the reason.
It's his third year, his second playoff game.
Exactly. It's against a great defense.
Great defense.
In the cold.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Give this guy a chance. Before you throw these guys away, we've been talking about this. Before you throw these guys away, let them live out their career. You never know what they can be.
D'Amico Ryans did more for CJ Stroud by leaving him in the game and letting him struggle than he would have by taking him out. This is not college.
1,000%. And even after 3 interceptions, they were still in the game.
They were still in the game the whole game till maybe about the midway through the fourth quarter.
Exactly.
Still in the game.
So that's why you don't just say, someone was like, oh, why don't you just put in Davis Mills because he went 3-0 when he was at. It's like, no, you don't do that. And everyone's
Davis Mills not a gamer.
Exactly.
He's a good quarterback, but he's not
exactly.
He's not the guy you want in the middle of a playoff game.
Exactly. And the running backs, I know Woody Marks is a rookie. I know they
could have Nico, bro. Right. They had 2 young wide receivers. One's a second-year player. One's a rookie.
Right.
It was tough. They were up against it.
Right.
And then Schultz went out.
Exactly. Yeah. Schultz went out too. That was bad.
And then I think their starting left tackle went down.
Yep.
They were not to give them excuses, but things happened that was not just CJ Stroud.
Yeah.
And this once in a generational defense was kind of getting cooked by Drake May.
And
they weren't letting up a ton of yards, but when it was a big play needed, they were making plays.
That one throw to Booty, bro.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Come on,
bro. That's going to be one of those ones they replay for years and years.
And that's when they say, what did Birdman say? Put some respect on my name.
Yeah.
Put some respect on these Patriots. I know everyone wants to say they had an easy schedule. I get it, but it's the NFL.
Your schedule's your schedule.
Exactly. Your schedule's your schedule. And clearly, here they are. They just won another game. Clearly, just look at you are what your record says you are. I don't care. I don't care. And the Patriots are exact reflection of that. But that defense, bro, of the Patriots. Well, I'll let you get into that too. But that Texans defense, I'm gonna give you a round of applause. What's his name? Stingley and the
Will Anderson, unblockable.
Will Anderson's unblockable.
Yeah, I know Will Campbell's only a rookie, but
yeah.
Will Anderson, unblockable.
And then, but Daniil Hunter was getting there too, bro. He's a savvy vet. But
gotta pick one.
Stingley, and I can't remember the other guy on the other side. I think he's a second year or first year.
He was playing okay.
He was playing pretty good.
He was a little handsy, but he was playing all right.
I was very impressed. But you had said some,
Petrie's out there. I forget the other kid, the other corner. But he was playing physical.
You had said some names on the Patriots defense that I believe that deserve some credit, though. Those tackles, bro.
Milton Williams,
man,
and Barmore.
Yep, some of these guys on that defense. I know not everyone knows the defensive players on the Patriots outside of Gonzalez and maybe now Carlton Davis after having those 2 picks.
Gonzo,
but it's just they have players all over. Spillane, they have players all over the field. All over the field, whether it's on the rotation,
those safeties were playing good. That one kid used to play for the Falcons.
Who's that?
Jalen. Oh yeah,
Jalen Hawkins. Yeah, he's great. He's great. I mean, again, these aren't guys that are going to grab pick sixes. These aren't these type of guys. These are guys that are going to stick on you like glue. Make sure you don't pass deflections, tackles. You know what I'm saying? That's what they're built off of. Yep. And I love defenses like that. And what we're seeing again is just like every year, everyone wants to say it's the offense. We're seeing again that the defense is what seems like be pushing these guys.
It's always defense. I think that people say it's the age-old adage: defense wins championships.
Yep.
I think that's the thing that a lot of these teams I think all the teams that are left have in common. They're playing pretty good defense. I would say probably the weakest link out of the 4 remaining teams would be the Rams, but the Rams have a really good defense. And let's jump on the Rams for a second. Mm-hmm. Last week I was saying, or maybe a week before, the Rams, they had previously won a Super Bowl, but really not really. If you look at that roster, there's maybe 3 or 4 people outside of Matt Stafford that were on that team.
Yeah.
It's a lot of these guys were drafted 2023, 2024, last year.
Yeah.
They have a very young team, especially on defense.
Yep.
And that says a lot about your organization, that this isn't even the same team that went to the Super Bowl 4 years ago. This is 4 or 5 years ago. This is a brand new team that they were able to revamp and run it back. Different receiving core, different running backs, different offensive line, different defensive line. They had all-world Aaron Donald last time they won a Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? They had Cooper Kupp last time they won a Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying?
Very true.
And now they're doing it. They're doing it a little different, but they're back. They have a divisional round game against the Seahawks. a NFC Championship round game against a divisional opponent, the Seahawks. They split the series 1-1. And I was thinking about this. The Seahawks, all they had to do, if the Seahawks make it to the Super Bowl, all they had to do was beat people in their own division. They played the 49ers last week, and now they're going to, if they beat the Rams.
Yeah, and they did a pretty good job of games. They did a pretty good job of that during the season. So I can see them repeating it. Another situation, the Rams played the Bears, which is we can just glaze over that. I said last week the Rams better watch out. And they almost got got. Yeah. They almost got. Whether or not you want to say it was Caleb Williams throwing the wrong route, or whether you want to say the guy ran the wrong route.
There was I think Caleb said it best. He said there was a miscommunication. He's not going to say whose fault it was. He said we've tried it multiple ways. We hadn't run it in a long time. The last time we had installed it, I thought we should run it like this. He maybe thought he saw it a little different. That's all it was.
Yeah.
Miscommunication.
But I will say, on the Ram side of things, Stafford, whatever's bothering you, bro, get it healed. Because clearly they were not trusting you at the end of the game to make all of the throws. Now, I know he made a couple throws, but it just was very weird that they kept running. Like,
you
know what I'm saying? Like, why they run for all 3-4 down? It's like, didn't make any sense. They really limited his ability to throw the ball, so I don't know if there's something going on there.
Did he hit his hand or something?
Yeah, he hit his hand like early on in the game. I would say you got through the hardest part of the playoffs because now you don't have to worry about playing out. Oh, they have to go to Seattle, so it might be cold in Seattle too.
It could be cold in Seattle.
Yeah,
they're used to playing there. I would imagine.
That's true. That's true because they were. They did not look like they were prepared to play in Chicago. Chicago's different type of cold.
Different. Yeah, different. It's cold and windy. It's a different
type of cold.
Different.
Thank God for Puka Nacua. I would say this Matthew Stafford. Thank God for Puka Nacua. He bailed you out and
Kyron.
Kyron and even Devontae Adams holding on to that one catch where it looked like he got knocked out. So good on his support players. When it comes to the Bears, wow. What I will say is like if you ever want to see the best version of a team that's lost, watch the Bears. They did their thing, bro. I think if they can play with the same level of consistency, get a couple more pieces there. Yeah.
I think they got to get rid of, and this is no knock on him. This is just I just don't see it. It doesn't seem like it's working. It's DJ Moore.
Yeah.
I don't think that it seems like he likes Caleb likes Luther Burden.
Yeah.
Even Roma Dunze.
He likes Luther Burden a lot.
I'm super sold on Roma Dunze. He was like I think he was hurt towards the end of the year, so he was a little banged up. You could see he kind of disappeared. He was like kind of the heavy part of the game plan.
Yeah.
And he kind of disappeared, but he could have been injured. But I think they can shift
from DJ Moore
for somebody else and give him a new opportunity, go someplace else.
Buffalo.
Yeah, Buffalo needs a receiver. Seahawks. What do you think about the Seahawks?
Bro, that to me, and this is what I'm saying.
They're hard to get a read on, bro.
I got a read on them, bro.
What is it?
I got a read on him.
What's the read?
I watched him, bro. The Seahawks are a product of everyone disrespecting Sam Darnold, bro.
Okay.
I think every team goes in there and says, we can outplay
Sam Darnold's ass.
How can you keep saying this, bro?
No, I'm saying this is what they probably say.
Oh, yeah, this is what they're saying in their meeting room. They're looking at their quarterback room and they're saying, we can
on the Jets. That's probably what they're saying. Yeah. Like he's got Jet on him.
Exactly, bro. But because everyone thinks they can outduel him. They all think they can out-scheme him. They all think they can outduel him. They all think they can outplay him. Yeah. But the fact of the matter is like he's 1/3 of the game. You know what I'm saying? Being that if you're talking about defense, special teams, offense, he's 1/3 of the game.
Yeah.
Because your offense has to go against their defense, which is phenomenal.
Great.
Phenomenal, bro. That guy McDonald, phenomenal defensive coordinator, and now really good defensive coordinator, now a phenomenal head coach. He's doing something really good there. But Sam Darnold has a very easy job. Kenneth Walker, Charbonnet.
Sharp's done.
Oh, the guy. That's right. He got what's it called? Guy hurt at the last game.
Yeah, I don't know I don't even know what's wrong, but I say he's out for the rest of the year.
But Walker's good too, bro. What I'm saying is that he's got a supporting cast in the running game. Okay, he's got good wide receivers. He's got Jackson Smith and Jigba, who clearly
and Cup
is one of those guys.
Shaheed.
And he's got Cup. Oh my God,
Shaheed, that kickoff.
That was worth anything they traded away for him. Yeah. Traded away, I think is worth it right then and there. And if they get to the Super Bowl, phenomenal. Because it wasn't just the kickoff return. He had another play, a little end around that went
end around.
And I was like, yo, this guy,
he's fast.
It's serious. But not only just him being fast, you could tell that guy he wants to win, bro. He's he's one of those guys.
Hungry.
You could see he's hungry, dude.
From a losing team, to almost to NFC Championship.
Yeah, he's hungry. He wants it more than most people. So I think that my read is teams go in there thinking they can beat Sam Darnold. and they forget that Sam Darnold's only a part of the game. They have to still go against that defense. And B, they forget Sam Darnold's actually pretty good. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how is he under pressure? Probably not the best. How is he when he's coming from behind? Probably not the best. But the fact of the matter is they don't get behind often.
Yeah.
So I think they'll be good. I really like that team. And they can score in an instance, you know, as we saw on special teams and with their creative play calling.
If you had to pick winners from each championship game, who you got?
Yeah, I'm taking the Seahawks. Well, what did I say? I said at the beginning of the year, I said I can see the Super Bowl being, I said it was the Broncos and the Seahawks. Yes. I said I could see that. But now the Broncos are hurt, so it is what it is. But then I think after that, you said, I can see the Seahawks Patriots running it back.
I did say that.
At the Sean Alexander days.
I could also see a Patriots Rams Super Bowl too.
I
feel like the Rams are fool's gold.
Yeah, same.
They barely beat the Bears. They
Yep.
barely beat the Panthers. Do you think they're going to go into a battle with the Seahawks, who just stomped all over the 49ers, who we know is a perennial contender in the NFC?
Brock Purdy didn't know what to do, bro.
Brock Purdy.
Brock Purdy didn't know what to do.
Like, we were talking good about Brock Purdy, and then they were like, Brock Purdy.
Yeah. To go back to being Mr.
You might lose money after this year.
Yeah. But I that's what I'm saying. I think you're absolutely correct. I think that the Rams are fool's gold. I don't think that they have. I think exactly. That's what I say.
They're limping.
They have enough talent to win, but because the talent is hurt, it's going to be a difficult challenge.
Enough talent to beat the Panthers and the Bears.
Yeah.
Do they have enough talent to beat a divisional rival?
Yeah.
Who knows anything they can throw at them? They've seen.
Yeah, I feel you. And that offensive line was getting kind of murked by Grady Jarrett. And I like Grady Jarrett.
Grady Jarrett's nasty.
I like Grady Jarrett, but Grady Jarrett's a little old. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? A little older. You know what I'm saying? He's been around the block. But now he's got to go against, what's his name?
Leonard Williams.
Leonard Williams, bro. Byron Young, bro.
Leonard
Come on
Williams,
now.
Bro.
It's going to be tough. They got another guy, too. I can't remember.
Ernest Jones.
Ernest Jones. That's not Brian Young. Ernest Jones.
Witherspoon. Yep. Kobe Bryant.
They got some boys over there, man.
Reed. They got Jerron Reed.
Yeah, bro. They better be ready. The Rams better be ready.
Byron Murphy.
That's the other guy.
Woolen.
Byron Murphy's
They got corners, bro. They got mad corners.
Byron Murphy's a dog.
Tariq Woolen, Kobe Bryant. They got Witherspoon. They got some D-backs, bro. They got a defense, bro.
I'm saying Seahawks Patriots. And if it is Seahawks Patriots, I say the NFL should make a mandate that they have to play in the old school jerseys.
Nah, I don't think would you think they would ever let them play Super Bowl in throwbacks?
I don't know. That would be fire.
That'd be cool, though.
Would you imagine the Seahawks throwback with the silver helmet?
I don't think they would let them do that.
I know.
I don't think they would let them do that in the Super Bowl.
They should.
I'm not against it.
Yeah.
You should be able to wear whatever you want in the Super Bowl.
They should. Where are they going? To San Francisco, right? Or not San Francisco, Palo Alto or whatever. Levi, San Jose, or whatever it is.
Seahawks would love to go into their rival stadium and win a Super Bowl. That'd be crazy.
Yeah. It's going to be a good one.
Listen, I think all roads lead to Patriots winning the Super Bowl, but I don't want to jinx it. So I'm going to say Seahawks are going to win it all. Seahawks.
Knock on wood, bro.
In all honesty, I mean, obviously, I just want the Patriots to win. But I could see the Seahawks, the way they've been playing all year, like we talk about. And I think the reason I think it's going to be the Patriots-Seahawks Super Bowl is because both teams have done the thing that is the most important in this sport, and that's play team football.
Yep.
They play all three phases, like you just said.
Yep.
Offense, defense, special teams.
Yep.
They play all three phases well. This is the Patriots and the Seahawks both I'm talking about. They play really good defense. They rush the passer. They have running backs that can run the ball. Their quarterbacks convert.
Yep.
That's the key thing. I would say, obviously, Drake May a little more of a playmaker than Sam Darnold's been.
Yeah.
But Sam Darnold has been getting it done all year.
But Sam Darnold throws to more playmakers than Drake May, I think. I guess Stephon Diggs is.
I don't know. I would say JSN, and then Cooper Kupp historically is a great receiver, great playmaker. Was this his best year? No, not at all. I don't think by far this was. I don't even think. I mean, this wasn't even. I think Darnold was better in Minnesota, statistically, than he was this year. But listen, when you have a good defense like that and you can run the football, last year in Minnesota he was hailing chucking the ball because they had to.
Yeah. And again, more weapons in Minnesota too.
Oh well, Minnesota was loaded. It was a loaded offense. And an offensive-minded coach also in Minnesota. Let's jump into some of the coaching carousel. We talked about Sean McDermott, his situation. And one last thing about that McDermott situation. You know, I saw a story today. They had mentioned the reasons of why McDermott was fired is, we ran into a playoff wall. They were in a press conference today, Pagula and Bean, and they were asked about Keon Coleman. What are you guys going to do with Keon Coleman? And as Bean was trying to answer the question, Pagula cuts him off and says, it was the previous coaching staff. that wanted Keon Coleman. But then 5 minutes later on Twitter, because lead up to Twitter, lead up to X, lead up to the internet, internet is not going to tolerate that type of stuff. They showed a video of Brandon Beane bragging about how the night before the draft he had a dream and he knew it was Keon Coleman or bust, and they showed videos of him at the combine when Keon Coleman ran his 40 and he was all excited. Seemed like he wanted him there.
Yeah.
And now they're trying to, now that McDermott's gone, persona non grata, they're trying to blame everything that was wrong with this team on McDermott. Well, we here at Believe No Hype, we don't buy into that type of bullshit. We're not gonna rock with that. I think that Pagula and I always liked Pagula. I thought he was a pretty good owner. This is my first time having any type of issue with him.
Yeah.
But I know what it is. Bean's a snake.
Yep.
Okay, he's gotten in the owner's ear. Maybe he has more time to sit down and get in the owner's ear than the coach does.
Yep.
And you know what? That's what I'm gonna go with. And maybe this is speculatory, but I bet you Bean snaked him. He wants to call shots. He's gonna bring someone in like Dabble who he can control.
Yep.
And he's going to try to run the team the way he wants it.
We were talking about this on text, man. Some of these executives are getting too big for their britches, man. Yeah. They're getting way too big for their britches. Absolutely. And it's like, the game is won on the grass. The game is won on the field.
Always.
I don't care how good of a team you put together,
right?
On paper, all that stuff. Oh, look, we've got Bijan. We got all these people.
No.
And it's like, no, the game is won on the grass.
Yeah.
You need to have a coach to do that. You need to have players to do that.
And you execute.
And you need to execute those things. You
can have a group of guys that maybe they're not that talented, but if they can execute better than the talented guys, the executioners are going to win.
Right. But it's looking like a lot of times now, especially on some of these teams that are getting rid of their coaches, it's looking like these execs feel like they know more about football than the football players know. And it's kind of crazy.
They think they do. If I'm the owner, I'm going over more of a coach run organization more so than a GM.
Yeah.
Because that's what I think there's an issue not going on, and he said it's no issue today, which is Harbaugh. Right, he wanted in writing that he didn't have to answer anybody except for the Maras and Tisch. He didn't want to have to deal with Joe Sheen. He didn't want Joe Sheen to be his direct overseer. So he said, I just wanted in writing that I don't have to answer to him. I answer to ownership because that's always how I've worked. And a lot of people were, some people were obviously oh, why can't? But it's like, bro, some organizations I got this football stuff under control. Mm-hmm. I know the type of guys I need. I know the type of guys I want. You want to go out and scout and draft? That's fine. But this is the type of guys I need. This is the type of guys I want. This is the type of guys that help me be successful. And if you can't do that, get out of my way. I'm going to make sure I can build a roster that can do that.
Yeah, and let's talk about the coach general manager relationship.
Yeah,
I think that has been skewed. Mm-hmm. I think a lot of people think that the general manager is the person who puts a lot of these players together, and it's because they do. It's because a lot of times they do.
Right.
But let's be honest, like you said, good coaches know who they want. They know who they can coach.
Right.
Okay. GMs should be not typically, but a lot of times are ex-scouts. They've worked, looking at scouting players. But their job is to scout players, manage the personnel. And make sure that these contracts are good for the team.
Right.
What I'm saying? And that's the main thing that they're supposed to do is make sure
the money right.
Make sure those dollars make sense.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The coach, because if I'm a coach, I'm coming in and I'm saying, hey, listen, I got this guy. I can't win with him.
Yeah.
Can't win with him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
we need something else.
We need something else.
Yeah.
So now I'm telling you, I need this type of guy.
Yeah.
Guy that can do X, Y, and Z.
Right. Now it's up to you to figure out how to get that. If that guy's on another roster, you got to figure out how to get him on our roster.
And if you're a good enough coach, you're going to say, I think they got to do X, Y, and Z, and you know I know who I think it is? This guy right here.
Right.
And then it's your job as a GM to go to figure that out, to find out how that contract works and make it happen.
And get that guy.
That's it.
Get that guy.
That's it. You're not here. It's not baseball. You don't go out there and coach the team. You don't go out there standing on the sidelines. Like, that's not part of your job. It's not Madden. Right. It's not. Like, I know we love to make the comparisons, but it's not Madden, Like the coaches have to coach and you have to do your job. Like, that's all.
Speaking of coaches doing their job.
Yeah.
You got a new coach. I saw him go in that building today. One, Kevin Stefanski, now the coach of the Atlanta Falcons.
Yeah.
First move by one, Matt Ryan.
Yeah.
Matt Ryan, now the new president of football for the Atlanta Falcons. His first move was to hire Kevin Stefanski. Your boy Brick is staying. Coach Olbrick.
I love
He's going to stay, which is good. That's good continuity sign. I think him and Stefanski are boys.
They're boys.
They're boys or something. Yeah, give me a little breakdown on what you think. I mean, we had our own private conversation. We don't have to.
Now I'll give you a little bit.
Yeah.
My heart does not like this.
Right.
My heart wanted Harbaugh.
Of course.
But we know Harbaugh wanted to be a legacy football family wanted to be on a legacy team.
Right.
We kind of knew. We had said last week when I did my perfect match, I said, as much as I want him
Yeah.
in Atlanta, he's probably going to the Giants.
Yep.
My next pick was Clint Kubiak.
Mhm.
Because his offense, I think his offense is creative. I think his offense is fun. I think that he can really get the most out of our team there.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of where my heart is. That's what I wanted. I wanted the fun new guy, or I wanted the guy who has the old cultures and standard. And then the third pick was somebody who will never happen, which was Mike Tomlin. He said he's going to retire from coaching right now, go to TV. Plus, we know some other stuff that might be happening around him, which we won't get into right now. But we just need to make sure y'all need to stop messing around.
Yeah.
All right, just stop messing around. Okay. So with that. Here comes Stefanski. I'm not 100% mad at it. I'm not like, oh my God, we got like the only thing I'm mad at.
Coach of the year.
Two-time coach of the year. Coach Baker Mayfield to
Baker Mayfield says don't put his name with Kevin Stefanski.
I know.
They say can't wait to see him twice a year.
Yeah. Said thanks, coach.
Still waiting for an apology.
Yeah, phone call. I still say waiting for a phone call. But what I did look up is, or what I did not look up, but I did hear on the Atlanta radio is I think it was 680 or maybe it was Chat Sports, but shout out to Chat Sports, was that the one playoff game they did win, the one they won after 26 years with Baker Mayfield, was 2020. Stefanski didn't even coach that game because he had COVID.
Exactly. That was, and I was gonna say to you when I was like, you said, oh well, he won a playoff game. I think you said last week on the pod. But it's like, bro, he didn't win the playoff game. Baker Mayfield
won the playoff game.
So,
but he did win one with did he win it with Joe Flacco, or did he just make it to the playoffs? I can't remember.
I don't know.
But I think he won it with it. But here's what I'm saying. I like a good head coach. I don't know what his culture is. I know the players like him. Here's the deal. But I just feel like it's better than getting. I like getting him because it's better than getting an anonymous. It also makes it very easy to get rid of him because you can correct this mistake very fast. If you look like it's if you think that the shit is hitting the fan super fast, you can say he's out. We made a mistake. He's out. We're gonna grab someone real quick, like someone else.
Like I said to you in our private conversation, I think that this was Matt Ryan power move. Yeah. Here I want to get this football team back on track. I've been hired to get this football team back on track. I need as much control as possible. Although I don't have experience in this position, I kind of know what I'm looking for. I know what it feels like from a player side. Yeah. So now I have to try to make that from the front office side. And I think he may want to feel a certain level of control of doing that. I think a Stefanski allows him to bring in someone who has head coaching experience, but someone who is now indebted to him, because I don't think Kevin Stefanski should have even been a candidate for head coaching jobs. That's just my personal opinion.
That's what we disagree.
I believe that he did not handle the situation in Cleveland right. I don't think he did right by not just Shador, but all his players. He did them a disservice. They were not as good as those previous Cleveland Browns where we were heralding him for. They just looked like complete disarray, and that comes down to coaching.
But my personal conjecture with that is he has a losing record. I hate that. Horrible record.
There were better opportunities.
But what I do like is, and people got to remember, he handled the Shador thing all wrong. I can see him using that as a way to get out of Cleveland. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he could have made himself the enemy on purpose so he could leave.
That's possible.
Because when he had Joe Flacco playing, that offense was cooking. You know what I'm saying? Like Joe Flacco had like 300 yards a game. When he had Jameis Winston playing, offense was cooking. Throwing 300 yards a game. So if he can just bring a little bit of that,
complain about it is that it's so much dink and dunk that it's like you never like that's what Baker said. It's like dink and dunk. You never try to take a chance. Yeah, and it's like that's probably why he didn't like Shador, because Shador is trying to go touchdown every play. Yep, and that doesn't work with what he's trying to do.
Same with Penix too.
Yeah, so exactly, Penix is always trying to score. So I can see that. Like I said to you, I can see that relationship not working out and them having to realize they got to move on from either Stefanski or Penix in a year or two. Yeah. It would coincide with Penix's contract being up in 2 years. Yeah. So this could be a Stefanski come in for 2 years. Penix, we're not going to give you that fifth year unless you can convince us this year that like you'll be worth that.
I mean, he's got to convince them this year. He doesn't have to. He doesn't have 2 years.
Exactly. Because it's going to be tough because he's coming off an injury now. Yep. So whatever time he does end up getting, if he gets a full season in this year, if he gets a couple games in, whatever it is, he's got to show flashes that, you can be a franchise guy. Or else they're going to, it wouldn't be nothing. It's new regime.
They got to get a new GM, everything. These aren't people they drafted. You know what I'm saying? Unless you're a star already, they're not. And
then everybody's going to say, I didn't draft this guy. Yeah. I have no ties to him. Stefanski's going to say, I didn't draft this guy. Yep. Matt Ryan's going to say, I didn't draft this guy. Yep. Whoever the GM, I didn't draft this guy. Yep. So that's what and then they're going to get that's what's going to buy them time or buy Matt Ryan time to go to the next coach.
Yep.
The next coach, the next quarterback, right? Like, I believe if I'm Matt Ryan, again, I'm putting words in his mouth. I'm speculating. But if I'm Matt Ryan and I'm like, we got to turn this franchise around, the first thing I'm doing is a deep evaluation on Michael Penix, deep evaluation on Kirk Cousins. I believe that I think I also said to you, I believe that Stefanski and Kirk Cousins have a little history with Minnesota. One of his best years was under Stefanski, and I believe that's how Stefanski even got the Cleveland job in the first place. So I think they're going to rock out with knowing the situation that Kirk is probably going to end up starting season out.
It's going to be tougher to keep him, though.
It's the money thing. But you know what? They did was they bonused some of that money.
Okay.
So now it's like it doesn't hit the cap as hard, I believe.
Okay.
And it also would make it easier to trade him.
Okay.
But I believe the Stefanski move, it makes
Keeps him there.
There's no purpose, no reason to trade him. He has the continuity in the system.
Yep.
He's a good veteran quarterback. Matt Ryan's probably thinking that too.
Yep.
And if we want, we can now try to go identify our next guy that we may draft. Not this year, but in next year's draft.
Which I think is important. And I love Penix, and I know you don't listen to Atlanta radio, but I do. But like the fan base and the media, they love Penix, bro.
Yeah,
they love him, and they love him for this exact reason. Some guy said it on 680 FM, the fan down there.
People love Mac Jones in New England.
That's true. That is very
People love
true.
Sam Darnold in New York.
That is very true. But that's
it happens, bro.
But that's
it's
my next.
Unfortunate, but it happens.
But that's my next point.
He could be the next one.
He can be, and that's my next point. Though is like
people in Chicago love Justin Fields.
No, I know. But why? But here's my next point. It's like, why do they always have to keep shipping these guys out? Why can't they just keep them there and say, hey, listen, like we're gonna go a different
minutes
direction.
Ago, those front office guys in the egos. Hey, boss, wasn't me.
Right.
That guy sucks.
Right.
Let's get another guy.
Right.
And maybe some guys hit and they get the other guy and the other guy works out. And most of the time they get the other guy sucks too because the organization sucks.
Yeah.
So it's just that. It's not that the guys, it's not,
you would
they
think
didn't put the team for Sam Darnold.
You would think the mindset changed though when they saw, because we used to think Geno Smith was a one-off. We were like, oh, Geno Smith is the only guy. But then all of a sudden it was Geno Smith. Then it was Sam Darnold. Then it's Mac Jones. Then it's like, then you're looking and you're like, oh shoot, like, these guys are actually, now we're even seeing Bryce Young kind of having a little research. And it's like, now we're starting to see like, oh, like.
You can't give up.
Exactly. And it's like, okay, I think they should
start. Used to take 5 years to develop a guy. How long did Aaron Rodgers on the bench for like 4 years?
Exactly. And it's okay.
Alex Smith Patrick Mahomes sat out his whole first year for Alex Smith.
And I think what the Panthers showed us is that it's okay to bench your guy or make your guy number 2 for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Until you feel like they're ready. It's just the way it is.
There's no developmental period anymore.
Yeah. And I go back to the Desmond Ridder. It's like, yo, like I'm not saying he's good. I'm just saying like ever since I heard Arthur Smith on the interview say like, yeah, we threw in this kid who was not even football ready to come try to save a franchise. It makes no sense. And they do that all the time. They do it all the time. They need to change
and now it's up to him. Now he has to figure out the rest of his career.
Exactly. The rest of his life.
Because he's been thrown behind the 8 ball by a franchise that was already failing and falling without him.
Yep.
And then they put the blame on him. Desmond Ritter's the problem. We can't win because Desmond Ridder.
Yep.
Then you go get
Sad,
Cousins and Michael Penix, and you still can't win.
It's a tough business. That's why it's not for the weary.
Well, it's not for the weary. Dolphins, some more coaching hires. Dolphins hire Packers defensive coordinator Jeff Hafley.
Oh, that was interesting, right?
That's a good pickup for them. Not a flashy name, but you know what? He coached pretty good defense this year.
He did.
I think that a lot of those Packers guys loved him. They were saying.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he takes some of them with him. Not
surprised. Some free agents.
Yeah. He can take some guys down there. The Dolphins have a pretty good defense even without, like, because that's why.
I wonder what they're going to do with Tua.
Yeah.
I wonder what they're going to do with the offense. I wonder who they bring in as offensive coordinator. I'm not sure if they named who he's going to bring with him, but I'm very curious to see because that's another fragile quarterback situation in the NFL. Is like, what are you going to do with Tua? Not only is he, I wouldn't even say that he's underdeveloped. I think Tua's just fine development wise. I think it's the injuries. He didn't really have the best season this year. I think they pulled him. He wasn't injured, right? They pulled him out.
Yep, they pulled him out.
So he at least got to stay a little healthy. I don't think he's bad, but he's somebody who could benefit. He could be a benefactor of going someplace else.
Yeah, I
don't know where, but I mean, I'd go with Kyler for Tua trade or something like that.
Something like that, or just go wherever McDaniels goes. This is what we say. Like,
McDaniel. I was going to say that next. He just became the offensive coordinator for the Chargers.
Oh, did he really? I did not see that.
He became offensive coordinator for the Chargers.
Wow.
Good move for him. Safe move. Go up, coach up Justin Herbert. Have him have a phenomenal year.
I love that.
busts out, and now you get another head
Another
coaching
shot.
job.
Another shot. I mean,
Another
look at
shot.
Saleh. He just got a job too, right?
Saleh's the new head coach of the Titans, which I love that for
I like
him.
that.
Like that for the Titans. They their personalities fit. I think.
Yep.
Just like I thought Mike Vrabel was a good fit in Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
I think that Robert Saleh will be the same thing. That heart, that grit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think him and Cam Ward. I feel like that could be a match made in
along.
heaven.
Yep.
Yeah.
They get along, but again, he needs an OC. Although he didn't have a bad the offense.
Bro, he was doing his thing. It seemed like he was just doing it. Like he was just getting up and doing his thing.
Yeah, he was doing his thing with the Jets.
I'm invested in his development.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna be light years ahead next year.
Yeah, for sure.
I thought he was, bro. He had nothing. You want to talk about guys who had nothing?
Yeah.
He had nothing, bro. He had nothing.
Yeah.
So he had less than nothing. I don't even know who those guys were, and that's no disrespect to those guys, but and he was balling. He was getting the ball out there. He slings it, and I think we saw how competitive he was in the summer leading up to the draft and everything. I would love to see him in a full NFL offseason. Same thing with Shador. I think Shador's still in an unfortunate situation because Deshaun Watson is quote unquote going to be fully healthy.
The rumors are that he's going to start.
Yeah,
bro.
and then they have to start him. They spend all this money on him. He has to play until he dies, bro. I'm sorry. He's
But how could you put a coach and your team in that type of situation? Like again, the executives being too big for their britches.
Again, that's why that's probably why they're not going to be able to find a head coach. They were saying today that Jim Schwartz may be in line to just go from defense coordinator to head coach because it's tough to find somebody who wants to go and take that job. It's kind of a shit show, dumpster fire. I'm not sure about their cap space. The GM, he may be out the door. He's kind of like pulling strings. You don't even know what a draft looks like for this team. It's going to be tough for somebody else off the street to come in and think they're going to build a career there. So I think that could be a dumpster fire situation.
Can
where
players be like, hey, I'm just not, even if they're under contract and just be like, yo, I'm not playing.
Yeah, but then you're still under contract with that team.
Facts.
So like, let's say you don't play 2026.
Yeah.
It would just bump your contract.
You can't
back
just do,
1 year.
what was his name? Terrell Pryor? They can't
You
just
have to play a certain amount of games. I think you have to
Okay.
play 12 games. You play 12 games or 11 games, then it counts as a year.
Okay. Well, Shador didn't play 12 games.
No, but he was on the roster and he would you don't have to you have to be available.
Because I'm going to say, if there's a way for him to get into that, what's it called? Contemporary draft or supplemental draft or whatever?
Supplemental draft.
Yeah, and just get
Who's that?
Shador,
No, he can't do that. He can't do that.
Get out of there, bro.
If he
Free
didn't
my
sign
boy.
a contract, if he didn't, and people talk about that, but he competed. He competed.
Yeah.
I think he did. I think for the situation, he did pretty well. We saw flashes of him. We saw flashes of what we thought he would be.
What if we got the story all wrong? What is it, 30 for 30? What if I told you Stefanski actually wanted Shador and they make the trade to get Shador out of there and lock him and bring him to, but actually after what Dion said after Atlanta got Stefanski, I don't think that Stefanski actually wanted him there. But
And then the Eagles are looking for an offensive coordinator. Nobody seems to want that job. They offered it to Dabble. Dabble said no. They offered it to Mike McDaniel. McDaniel said no. Nobody wants to seem to go coach up Jalen Hurts.
I think it's
Kellen Moore won a Super Bowl with Jalen Hurts.
yeah.
And Shane Steichen got them to Super Bowl. They didn't win, but they got there. So it's like, if you're offensive coordinator, why wouldn't you want to go there? 2 offensive coordinators are now head coaches coaching this offense.
I just don't think I think we're Northeast people, right? So we understand it.
The pressure.
But the pressure, but then just like the personality, because isn't their coach from the Northeast as well? Like he's also like a PA, like a
Who's that?
the Eagles coach. What's his name?
Oh, Sirianni.
Sirianni. Like he's another one of these. Like I was watching the Hard Knocks like in season.
Yeah.
You could tell, bro, that guy's just like, I don't know, bro. He just reminds me of every other coach that like we had out here, like, and I don't think a lot of guys like mess with that unless you're from out here. So it's like very difficult to figure out. And Kellen Moore is one of those guys who's like can kind of get along with anyone. But I also think it's AJ Brown. I don't think it's Hurts. I think it's AJ Brown, bro.
You think so?
I think that
you have Saquon too. You have Saquon. You got Jalen Hurts. You got a pretty decent offensive line.
Yeah.
I'll be offensive coordinator there in heartbeat.
For sure.
In heartbeat.
For sure.
In heartbeat.
We'll see. Unless maybe they're waiting out for something,
I think it might just be a shit show. I think it's just a shit show going on there, and they're like, "Why do I got to walk in here?" Jalen Hurts doesn't know who he is. AJ Brown, we don't know if he's gonna go postal. You got Saquon, like, you know what I'm saying?
Just
You don't never know what you're gonna get. Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe some people just don't want to walk into that. And again, didn't Nick Sirianni earn his bones as an offensive coordinator? Why doesn't he just say, "I'm gonna call the plays"?
Start calling all the plays.
Yeah,
man.
just say, "I'm calling the plays." That's it. Like,
get you a.
I'll get a my quarterback coach is my quarterback coach / OC. I'm the play caller.
Get you a little Tommy Reese.
Yeah, Tommy Reese. Y'all just got Tommy Reese.
No, he's fucking ass. But
Tommy Reese, he was ass as a player.
Or go
Notre Dame and shit.
Go get Mike Kafka.
No, fuck Mike Kafka. I'll say that fucking all day. Fuck Mike Kafka. Mike Kafka, you had whatever you fucking thought you fucking had going for the people, you fucked that up. But because you're fucking cursing as much as I'm cursing right now. I'm cursing only because you fucking curse that much.
Ridiculous.
I'll tell you what was ridiculous. That fucking play by Mendoza.
Oh boy.
That last touchdown in the national championship.
Out the movies, bro. Put that thing in slow-mo. Put the music behind it.
So let me set this up proper. We just had the national championship in college football. Indiana, undefeated, 15-0, took on the Miami Hurricanes. Miami Hurricanes didn't even win the ACC to get into the playoff. They were put in by the college playoff committee. They made their way all the way to the Natty, and they met their match with the Indiana Hoosiers. Hoosiers. I think that's how it goes.
Something
if
like
it doesn't
that.
go like that, you Hoosier fans, you let me know. Hoosiers are now our national champions
Young Dozy.
in football.
Wait, finish the play, though. Finish the play.
Oh, so Mendoza, okay. They call quarterback draw. I think it was like 4th and 1, 4th and 2.
Yeah, 4th and 5 it was.
It was long. You're right. 4th and 5. They go quarterback draw. Mendoza up the middle, breaks the tackle, falls, rolls, spins, gets up, stays up, runs, looks, sees the end zone, dives, reaches the ball out, touchdown. It was like something out of a movie.
I've never seen.
Like, this is the type of stuff that movies are made of. And it brings me to my point that this was one of those, every year, obviously, we get a champion.
Yeah.
But not every champion has you, or not even every year.
Yeah.
The season. Every season, you don't get a team where you're like, nah, I'm watching this. We were watching this team since early this season. Now, maybe it's because we're Big Ten guys. We like the Big Ten. But we were watching Indiana all year, and we were like, could they go? Could they do it? Could they do it? I mean, it's documented. It's on the pod. Go back. But it's like, no, they did it.
They did it. And
Signetti, bro.
That's what I'm about to say, bro. Signetti, bro.
I mean, we had his brother, but I didn't know these Signettis were like got down like this.
Family business, man.
Listen, the grit, the leadership, and this is Fernando Mendoza. He was in his hometown. He's from Miami, grew up in Miami. His mom's Cuban.
Yep.
Or his dad. I think both his parents are Cuban.
Yeah, something like that.
He grew up in Miami. He was in his hometown playing this, and there's a lot of emotion. What a poised kid.
I know.
And he admitted that he's been media coach and all that stuff, but still, that takes poise to be able to like in the heat of the moment to be able to stay, that personality, that clean cut, everything. But boy, let me tell you, whoever gets him in the NFL, you got a guy. You got a guy.
You got a guy.
And maybe he's not the best passer of the football. Maybe he doesn't spin it like everybody, but he's a good decision maker. He's disciplined. He has the leadership.
Yep.
He has the grit. He has all the intangibles that you look for in a quarterback. Especially in today's day and age, I can coach you up.
Yep.
I can coach up. I can teach you how to throw a football. I can teach you how to get your footwork right.
Yep.
We saw it with Drake May. People say, "Oh, Drake May, he's a little sloppy. He's got his footwork." Listen, you saw what happened. Now he worked with Alex Van Pelt last year. They got Josh McDaniels coached him up this year. You see the progress. I'm sure he's got some private coaching in the offseason. And you can see what that does when you can work on the mechanics. When the guy's got the other stuff, he's got the intangibles. Yep. He's got the athleticism. He's got the will.
Yeah,
I can get the rest of the stuff right.
Yeah.
Right. And I could see that that could be the good path for our boy Fernando.
Dozy, man, I was very impressed, and I didn't get the chance to watch the whole first half. I was watching it intermittently. Yeah. I was very happy to tune in for the second half. I think that
was tough.
I think that he does he might not have the zip that you see that like a Caleb Williams, because Caleb Williams got like he might not have that, but the ball, he's got a nice accuracy, nice spin on the ball, man. But like you said, it's the intangibles.
Number 80.
Yeah, he got the tangible, but he's got that guy Becker,
Charlie Becker.
man.
Shout out to Charlie Becker.
Charlie Becker, man, he bailed him out a couple times, but that one catch on the sideline.
You need that guy though.
Yeah, you need someone like that.
Charlie Becker's, I think, only a sophomore.
Is he really?
Yeah, he's 6'4" too. He doesn't look that big, but I saw his stats say he was 6'4".
Listen, a team is going to be really lucky to get him. The thing is like Mendoza is going to go to a team.
It's going to Raiders, bro.
Yeah, the Raiders.
You saw Tom Brady and little Mr. Bowl Cut, Uncle Fester.
Yeah,
Mark Davis was out there
just drooling, man.
Yeah,
the kids got it.
They need a coach. They got to go get McDermott. You think?
Yeah,
McDermott's got to make a splash. That's
actually a good spot for McDermott if he wants to go and what I'm saying.
Give it FU.
Yeah, it's not even just an FU. Yeah,
they got a lot of cap room.
Yeah, they got cap room. He can go get some guys. He can get himself a quarterback. I don't know, man. Raiders got a lot of work.
Whoever coaches that team is going to be in a decent situation.
Yeah, are they though? Who do they really have?
Brock Bowers
and Genty. That's really it.
Max Crosby.
Yeah, I guess not a bad base, but I mean
a QB though.
I feel like McDermott is the type of guy that can go if they say McDermott, listen, we're behind you.
We'll throw the cash at you.
Yeah, like I think that's
Vegas.
great. Exactly, I think
Come to
that'll be
Vegas.
great. That'd actually be a really dope.
Mendoza, you get Mendoza.
The kid's got it.
He didn't. He's not.
You saw him praying before the game.
Yeah, he prays. And someone like Christian influencer, he was like,
Yeah.
all my prayer warriors know.
Yeah.
When you cross your hands and you squeezing your face tightly, you really asking God for whatever it is you asking God for. Yeah, he was really praying.
Yo, he wanted it.
Listen, I love that. I love everything about him.
It was exciting. It low-key made me fall in love with college football a little bit more watching that game. I'm not gonna lie.
It was, bro. I could name you off the top of my head seasons that I was like, man, I was following this team all year.
Yeah.
When Vince Young and the Texans won a national championship, I was following them all year.
Yep.
Even though they won a national championship, when Johnny Manziel was going that run with Texas A&M, I followed them all year. Cam Newton at Auburn.
Yep. All year.
Tim Tebow's sophomore year, I think, at Florida. Just those special seasons where you're like, nah, I can't take my eyes off this guy or this team.
That was them,
and this team. It's been a while. I feel like since I had since there was like a year where you followed a team and a guy like this.
The only thing that would have made it better is if it was a juggernaut. I hate to say it with Miami.
They had to beat a juggernaut, right?
In the championship, like it just, I hate to say it, like
but they beat Ohio State.
Yeah, I know to get there, and congratulations to Miami for getting there. I just don't think I don't know, bro. Here's what I will say about Miami. That running back, he's great, bro.
Like the offensive line, bro.
Yeah, like I was
and
like
Malachi.
Yeah, like I was like
Tony, bro, he's a freshman, true freshman.
Yeah, and then
and people said that he skipped, like not skipped a year, but he went to college early. Like he should still be in high school.
Out. Yeah, he dipped out, got there early for the spring. But then on the defense, they had this linebacker. I don't remember his name either, but he was pretty good too. On
they're the ends too.
Yeah, or the end. Maybe it was an end, or I don't know what he was
or something.
Yeah, but I was like, okay, they got some ballers. But it'll be nice to see them do what they think. But here's one thing I want to say. I want to spend too much time. If Indiana, bro, a basketball school, if Indiana, a school that never really was like, I mean, they had a couple good years, the Tevin Coleman years, like they had a couple good years. They never
were this, bro.
But they were never this. If a team like that can go to the national championship and win, if Miami can be voted into the thing and make a run and win, why can't this team right here?
We're not spending $60 million.
Why can't this team right here make a run?
Huh? We don't got Mark Cuban giving us a payroll.
I know.
That's what I just learned.
Where's that Coles cash at?
I learned that in this game that Mark Cuban was a big donor to not to the school, but specifically to the NIL, to the Indiana football NIL.
Yeah.
And I think that's a game changer. I think a lot of people need to follow that blueprint. Now, obviously, not everyone's as generous and as into sports as Mark Cuban is. I don't know if he even has any ties to Indiana. They may have just reached out to him, or there's some sort of mutual party there. But I think that that's awesome. I think that that's in today's climate until they change it.
Yeah.
You gotta have a bankroll.
Yeah.
If you are a beloved Scarlet Knights, you're gonna have to. Maybe you don't have to spend $50 million, but you're gonna have to spend $20 million.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to spend something to bring some caliber of play. And I've always had the strategy for Rutgers football. It's stop letting the top talent in the state leave and go to colleges all over the place. Stop letting guys go to Oregon. Stop letting guys go to Auburn. Stop letting guys go to Florida. Stop letting guys go to Florida State. Stop letting guys go to Georgia and South Carolina and North Carolina. It's like, keep those guys at home. If you can build and emphasize the importance of sticking together and keeping some of these homegrown guys at home and telling them, like, look, we can turn Jersey into our own powerhouse.
Yeah.
Now, if you can convince those top guys to stay, because we always have top guys. We always have some of the top players in the country. If we can convince just half of them to stay, play at Rutgers, you do that for 3-4 years.
But like you said,
you now have a dynasty, because Ohio State is getting homegrown Ohio guys. Michigan is getting homegrown Michigan guys. Texas is getting homegrown Texas guys, as well as getting players from all over the place. Why are we the only team that we can't even get guys? We can't even get the guys that live next door.
Yeah, I feel you, man. I feel you. But like you said, it takes the money.
Yeah, it takes the money.
It takes the money. We can
100%.
go down a list. Like I'm not gonna say like there's not a lot of NFL players I could say like that have enough money now to go donate. McCourty's got some money. Hopefully they're doing some things there. There's some notable alumni.
They can go get the money. They can go talk to the people. They rub shoulders with the people who have the Mark Cubans. They can go get the money.
I think
there needs to be a coalition of people who are dedicated to doing it. I just don't think the people in the Rutgers circles they're not as passionate as us.
Yeah.
They talk a good game, but they don't see the potential. They don't even, I don't even think, honestly, I don't understand I don't think they understand the magnitude of what they have here in New Jersey as far as high school football. We are a at least I argue with people all the time that we're a top 5 football state, but at the very least we're a top 10 football state. And why don't we have a top 10 football university?
Exactly.
We're not even in the conversation for top 25. So if we can just keep some talent and recruit better, we got to cheat. I'm sorry. We got to cheat somehow. And you know what? The cheating isn't even cheating anymore. You can bring a bag of money and bring it to somebody's crib and hire them. Literally hire them, because that's what they're doing out here.
I would love to see it.
Let's jump into some overhype, underhype. Hype is real. End out the night. I got some sports action for you. We were speaking about coaches. We're going to rank the coaching hires. We got John Harbaugh to the Giants. We got Kevin Stefanski to Atlanta. And we got Robert Saleh to the Titans. Overhype, underhype, hype is real.
I think that we'll start with my underhype. Robert Saleh to the Titans is going to be very underhyped. I think that Robert Saleh, like you said, he's got a little bit of jet on him. He's still got a little bit of that Jets on him. And I think that people are looking at him like that, like, ugh, like, what's that green on you?
Yeah.
And it's like, nah, bro, like, y'all forget that I had Zach Wilson and we were still out here winning games. Y'all forget that I had that defense moving better than that defense has ever moved since Rex Ryan. Y'all are forgetting that I actually was a halfway decent coach. And I think when he gets to Tennessee, after traveling back to San Francisco, he went to California, went to the Golden Coast to get it washed off of him. Now he's coming down to Nashville, Tennessee, where I think he can re-tie up his laces, re-get his boots set, and make a good run there with Williams and Jeffrey Simmons. Or not Williams, Cam Ward and Jeffrey Simmons. I think that the hype is real as John Harbaugh. It's got to be just in this case because, I mean, let's be honest here. Like, actually, the hype is real as John Harbaugh. I feel like he's got the most potential to fail, meaning like he's got the highest to fall from. You know what I'm saying? But I think that he is what they think he is. He's going to be a hard-nosed coach. He's going to get that culture correct. Whether or not they do a whole lot of winning this season, I don't know.
Right.
But I think that you know what you're going to get. I think you're going to start seeing things moving the right direction. I think overhype is the Atlanta Falcons hire of Kevin Stefanski, because who really freaking cares?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, let's be honest here. Like, Atlanta's been getting a lot of hype for whatever reason, because Bijan Robinson, I know he's one of the best players in the league.
Absolutely.
Drake London, top-notch wide receiver. But and then Kirk Cousins is always newspaper worthy. But let's be honest, just not even off his play, just because he is who he is. But let's be honest, the team's an overrated team that has been for the longest time. They have never lived up to their expectation. I'm a Falcons fan. They have not lived up to their expectation in the past 8 years. Let's be honest here. They got a lot of media play because they got some good players, and they're hyping up this coaching situation. Not because they're not hyping it up because he's good. They're not saying they're going to win the Super Bowl, but they're hyping it up for who knows why they're hyping it up, to be honest with you, because they want something to talk about.
I think they just needed a coach. I think they kind of jumped the gun early. They could have waited.
They could have waited, bro. They could have got McDermott.
And that would have been a better fit for them.
They could have even waited longer, maybe got a coordinator. But, it is what it is. I understand they wanted to get behind it. I think that's overhyped.
Yeah, I 100% agree. I think that the list speaks for itself. Definitely Robert Saleh to the Titans is absolutely underhyped because, listen, like I said earlier, him and Cam Ward, I think that could be a good matchup.
Yeah.
Stefanski to Atlanta is definitely overhyped because fuck him. And John Harbaugh to the Giants, the best situation for both parties, I think. Maybe there's one or two situations better for Harbaugh out there, but for the most part, I think this was the best situation for him, and I think the hype is real.
Yeah.
All right, here's the next one.
It's fucking because of Shador, right? But let's be honest.
Stefanski?
Yeah, but I don't think he wanted to be in that situation to begin with, so I can't hate him too much.
I don't know what he wanted. I just think he mishandled it. I think he mishandled a lot of things there, and you know what? If you want it out, you should have said you want it out, but don't tank.
Facts.
You guys are ass, and I don't think that they were even. I don't even think they're left. Like he left them in even more damaged than when he got there. So
yeah.
The next one, quarterbacks that are remaining in the playoffs, excluding the Broncos situation. We got Matt Stafford, Drake May, Sam Darnold. Overhype, underhype, hype is real for the quarterbacks in the championship round. Bo Nix is out because Bo Nix.
Yeah, Bo Nix is out. I think that right now, Drake May, the hype is real. They won. They were talking MVP. They were talking whatever offensive play, whatever you want to say with him. There was a lot of doubters earlier in the season. I get it. Like they're trying to say easy schedule, but if you just watch him play, you know that he's got it.
Yeah,
he's got something going on. He's throwing the ball accurately. I think the hype is real for him. I would say that Sam Darnold is underhyped. I've been saying this the entire time. That's been the number one problem with all these teams. They think they can beat him and they can't beat him.
Yeah.
You know? So, I mean, it speaks for itself. He's got Jackson Smith and Jigma up there, top 5 receiver in the league. It's just the way it is. And I think overhyped is Matthew Stafford. My reason why I want to say Matthew Stafford is overhyped is and I understand the comparisons now to Michael Penix. Sometimes he just throws the ball and it's just like, yo, where, like, you've been in the league for how many years now? Like, Matt Stafford, 15 years. Sometimes
he's always been doing that.
That's what I'm saying.
He's
it's
always
like
done that bullshit.
Sometimes it's just like, yo, what, bro?
He like 25 interceptions before.
Yeah,
he's like James Winston and Matt Stafford are not that different of a player.
Yeah, it's just it's nuts.
Gunslingers.
And I like his game. I think that I think he's a great football player. I think he's deserving of the MVP because he's had a great year of over 40-something touchdowns. But sometimes I'm just watching Stafford. I'm just like, wow, like you are putting your team almost like
Isn't
Josh
it crazy
Allen.
how the Lions could just never win with them and him and Megatron?
I know,
and they just were like not winning.
They had a long road.
Listen, he has had a long career, and luckily for that, because he was able to make up for it.
But overhyped, though, because sometimes I'm just like, WTF. And clearly his coach feels the same way after watching that last game.
I know, I agree. I feel what you're saying, like right now.
Yeah.
If we're going off right now, I'm going to say Stafford's overhyped, Sam Darnold's underhyped, and Drake May's hype is real. If we're going off right now, playoff run, I just think everyone thinks Stafford's like, oh no, they're going to blow the Seahawks out. Like people are saying. I'm like, listen.
Yo, these guys got to watch football. They got to watch these games. Like, because to me, I don't know if it's just me, but every time I watch, it's tough for me to deny that. And I tried to deny it early in the year that Drake May was not that guy. And then the more you watch it, the more you're like, actually, he's kind of good.
Nah, he's good.
You know what I'm saying?
I saw him all training camp. I saw it in training camp. When I saw the throws he was making in training camp, I was like, nah, he's ready to go.
He's all right. He's ready to rock.
You know, and at first all year I was like, oh man, we're gonna get another receiver next year. We'll be good. We don't need it. We got Booty. He's balling. Pop in the slot. We're good.
And Stephon Diggs will probably hopefully not get into too much trouble.
No, listen, stop trying to. You're trying to jinx my boy.
Just saying,
stop. All right, let's switch it up to some movies.
Yeah,
we got heist movies. Okay. We got The Town. We got Takers. We got Den of Thieves. Overhyped, underhyped, hype is real. The Town, Takers, Den of Thieves.
Den of Thieves is the one that came out like a few years back, right? 2020.
Den of Thieves is Gerard Butler and O'Shea Jackson Jr.
Okay, yeah, that was okay.
And Pablo Schreiber.
Den of Thieves to me is overhyped. I feel like everyone keeps going like, oh, you gotta watch this movie,
Wow.
And then I watched it and I was like, it's all right. You know, it's all right. Takers, I feel like, is the better version. Low key. Like, I mean, it's not the same movie. Don't get me wrong.
They're not far off.
Like, but they're not far off. And like, I don't know, Paul Walker. You know, he's got the soft spot in my heart, bro. Rest in peace.
Of course.
And I think the hype is real. Or I think that Takers is the underhyped movie. You know, him, T.I. T.I. is underrated actor. To be honest with you, I know a lot of people think that like, right? T.I.'s in that, right?
Yeah, T.I.'s
yeah, Chris Brown too, right?
He's like the bad guy.
Yeah. So I think like people think that like that's a good movie, bro. Like these are so all the actors in Takers.
Mm-hmm.
In my opinion, have a stigma of being like bad actors. Like people don't think that like Paul Walker,
except for Idris,
like, except for Idris. Like, but even Idris is getting to a point where people are feeling like he's just taking these money grab movies, right? Like, but you're right, except for Idris. But it's like these are actually like if you compare them to actors now, it's like you would love to have a Paul Walker in some of these movies that you're watching. Like, you would love to have
Paul Walker for sure.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like even T.I., like you would love to have some of these guys. So I'm saying underrated. You'll know more about the plots than me, so I hope that you can give a little synopsis of them.
Mm-hmm.
But then the town is the hype is real. The town is so dope, bro. When they're leaving, one of the best scenes is when they were leaving Fenway Park and they turned to those cops, and the cop was just like, "Yeah, I am not trying to deal with these motherfuckers today."
When they were leaving the heist.
The heist, and
they were switching cars.
That's right.
They said Ben Affleck talked about that the other day. He was doing press for the Rip, the new movie he's in.
Yeah,
Matt Damon. He said that's a true story. When they were doing research, he said he went to a lot of the prisons and talked to those old guys that used to rob armored cars in Boston.
Yeah,
and one of the guys told him this story. He said, "Yeah, one time we were switching cars." He said, and this cop was doing construction duty. And he looks over and he sees us, and we got masks and we got guns and everything. We're switching cars. And he just looks the other way. We just keep going.
Yeah,
it was like in. The joke is that he didn't want to end up on the wall at the VFW.
Right. See, exactly, and I love that part of it. Man, I haven't seen The Town in a little bit. I'm probably gonna go home and watch that movie. Like that's a good one. Town top for me.
Yeah, I'll start there. The Town, absolutely. Hype is real. That's a good movie. I'm not sure if it was written by Ben Affleck, but definitely directed by Ben Affleck.
Yeah.
I might have wrote it too. I'm pretty sure he wrote it. Definitely underhyped movie. The plot, the action. There's a little love story in there. If you're from that area, I'm sure it's probably deeper story. It's probably relatable even more if you're from that area of Boston, which that was like a thing, right? Like those armored car robberies, bank robberies and stuff in that certain little area of Boston. So that was a pretty little cool thing they put together. I like the action. I like the way they shot it. It was good. I'm going to go, this is where we're going to defer. Okay, I'm going to go Taker's Overhyped.
Oh.
Okay, Taker's all-star cast, all these big names, especially at the time. You got was not Matt Damon. What's the guy? Matt
Dillon.
Matt Dillon.
Yeah.
You got
Hayden Christensen.
Jay Hernandez, Hayden Christensen,
Michael Ealy.
Michael Ealy. Yep. You got T.I. Idris, Paul Walker.
It was a crazy cast.
What's Zoe?
Oh yeah,
Zoe Saldana. Listen, there's everybody in there, and they were trying to deliver a typical heist film. If you watch Heat, it kind of looks like it's a little bit of a ripoff of Heat.
Yeah.
Not too much different than Heat. Even shot almost similar, right? Like,
yeah.
So I'm gonna go overhyped Takers. Takers is overhyped, and I'm gonna go underhyped. Den of Thieves. Are you kidding me? Den of Thieves. The first time you don't even know that Ice Cube's son is the one pulling all the strings.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
And I think that's a good kicker because the whole time you're like, oh man, this guy's getting screwed.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, I mean, this movie's been around for a long time.
Yeah.
You don't even know that he's like the main guy. He's putting this whole thing together, and he's got the drop on everybody, including Gerard Butler, the cops that are pursuing him. So he played everybody that whole time. I love that twist on it. Because I would say that even Den of Thieves is like Heat, right? You're getting the perspective of the cops. You're getting the perspective of the robbers. They're humanizing the robbers, right? Like same thing in Takers. Takers, Heat, Den of Thieves are very similar. Like, a lot of movies took from the Heat. A lot of movies take from Heat. So, and there's just always that typical same plot point of like heist films. But I think Den of Thieves definitely underhyped for sure. That's one you should watch it if you want to go back and look at it, because that's one you look at it from different angles. You watch it once the first time, you don't know the kicker in the end with Ice Cube's son.
Yeah.
Then you watch it again from the perspective. Now you can see all the strings that he's pulling, how he's playing everybody against each other.
Yeah.
So I like Den of Thieves. That's a good watch. Again, I like Takers too. Takers is also good. Throw it on the TV. It's in the background. And don't pay that much attention to it. It's on. It's cool.
Yeah.
Like, it's good. It's good for that. Here's another one. Award season coming up. These are 3 movies that people have been pitting in the same category. And I want to get your opinion on it, and I'll give mine. We got Sinners, One Battle After Another, and Marty Supreme.
Yeah.
Overhyped, underhyped, hype is real.
I think I said a lot about Sinners last time that people don't really like. But I would say that One Battle After Another is overhyped. That movie just was not like the wrong. To me, it was a good movie with the wrong actors. You know what I'm saying? It was a good movie with the wrong act. And I love Leo. I just don't think that was a role that Leo. It wasn't for Leo. Like, and if it is Leo, you got to do the movie differently. Because I don't feel like it highlighted his strong side. I feel like Shia LaBeouf would have been great in that role. I feel like there have been a couple other guys that would have been good. Huh?
Joaquin.
Oh yeah, Joaquin would have been awesome in that
Joaquin
role.
Written all over it.
Yeah, that had exactly, bro. There's like certain
or
people,
Benicio in Leo's
as
role.
His role would have been phenomenal. So I just think like there was fun movie. There's some things that I just wish that they did differently there.
Yes.
But I will say that ending scene was pretty dope when he finally gets back with to get his daughter. I think that part was really dope. I think that's overhyped. Sinners, the hype is real. The movie's fun. It is what it is. I wouldn't have to talk a lot about Sinners. We talked about it already. Yeah. I think that Michael B. Jordan could be a better actor, but he did a great job in this movie. I think the movie itself, like we said, without the vampires would have been great. With the vampires, still great.
Right.
But I just need to get to this Marty Supreme, bro, because people like say what you must about our boy Timmy Chalamet, bro. Like Timothy, like say what you must about him. What's his name in Dune?
Paul Atreides,
Yeah.
Duke of Arrakis.
Say what you
Boy,
want
deep.
about Paul Atreides, bro. Say what you
Listen
want
Al
about-
Gaib.
Yeah, Gaib, bro. Say what you
Listen
want.
Al Gaib.
Say what you want, bro. This guy, I love a good try hard, and this movie is like so perfect for him. Like the movie is off the rails. The movie is not what anyone thinks it's gonna be. The adventure that this guy goes on, the audacity of this dude through that the entire movie going through it, like Marty Supreme is the man, bro. Like that movie, phenomenal. It's not a ping pong movie. It's loosely based on ping pong.
It's loosely based on a real guy.
Yeah. Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So,
Different last name, but his name was Marty something. He was a ping pong
yeah.
guru.
So I give it to him. I think we all see a little bit of ourselves in Marty outside of he's just a scumbag of a man. But I mean, we all see it a little bit. I gave Marty Supreme underrated. I also give it a 4.7 out of 5.
A 4.7 out of 5.
Yeah,
That's
bro.
it.
I'm giving that.
That's it.
I mean, 5 out of 5 is
Nah, it doesn't have to be 5 out of 5.
4.8,
7 is
4.8, 4.8. I'll give it 4.8.
All right, so let me give you my take. I agree, spot on. One battle after another, completely overhyped.
Yeah.
Because people have been overhyping. They're like, oh, it's so great, so good. You have to see it. Tiana Taylor, she won an award for it as Best Supporting Actress.
She did a good job.
I don't feel like she was even in the movie long enough to get Best Supporting Actress, but the movie was kind of about her character.
Right.
Like, it was like, even when she wasn't in it, her presence is in it. I had to think about that today. Her presence is in it because the movie is about the decisions, like it's the aftermath of decisions made by her character, even when her character is no longer on screen.
Mm-hmm.
So I will give it that. I think that Leo, although he played a bumbling idiot, he did a good job playing that bumbling idiot. It's just not a role I'd like to see Leo in. I think it underutilizes his talent.
Right.
I'd like to have seen a little more of Benicio del Toro. If you're gonna have Benicio del Toro in the movie,
Should have been in it more.
I thought he was good in what he was in, but I thought, you know, in some way his character or himself has to be more in the movie. Same thing about Wood Harris and Regina Hall. It's like you're gonna have them in the movie, and even though Regina's character kind of played an important role somewhat towards the end or in the middle, you know, you have Wood Harris in your movie, and you're like, it's in a shootout 20 minutes in the movie with the cops and dies or whatever. We don't know what happens to him, but I thought that was like underused. I thought it was very underutilized talent in this movie.
Absolutely.
And then what they chose to spend a lot of time on, Sean Penn's character is very weird in this movie.
Yeah.
Underutilizing his talent. And it doesn't know if it wants to be a weird drama, comedy, satire, political. Like, what is it? Right? It doesn't know what it wants to be. I got an argument with ChatGPT earlier about this. You know, this is a movie that doesn't know what it wants to be. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
And therefore, it ends up being a little overhyped in my book.
I think it's Paul Thomas Anderson.
Paul Thomas Anderson.
Yeah.
That's Maya Rudolph's husband.
Yeah, he does a good job.
So Marty Supreme, I'm gonna go. I just watched Marty Supreme yesterday. I'm gonna go Marty Supreme. Hype is real. Hype is real. Marty Supreme. I did not expect it to be what it was. I thought it was a great movie. I thought it was a great job by Timothée Chalamet. Not too many movies have a character this was like a bold choice, right? Like the character is a little brash. He can rub people the wrong way. Kind of just says and does whatever he wants. And I think it was a bold choice for them to let him play the role, or for him to play the role like that, and for it to work. It works. It makes you very deeply interested in the character. What's he gonna do? No clue. And then Sinners is underhyped because I just feel like people are still sleeping on Sinners. I think it was a classic. I think it'll age well, and it'll be one of those movies that's around for a long time where you could turn it on and watch it.
Yep.
Whereas these other two, I don't necessarily know that they get that. Maybe Marty Supreme. It has like this type of edgy story to it. I could see it kind of sticking around, like almost like like someone says, it's almost like a biopic. Like it's not real, right?
Yeah.
It's like it is kind of based on real things, real people. I like that they had George Gervin in there. Like when have you ever seen George Gervin in a movie? And also the guy who was with George Gervin, his name is Ted Williams. but I think in the movie his name is Ted also. But if you remember a couple years ago, some people like found him on the street. He was like homeless.
Yeah.
He was like the man with the golden voice, they were calling him. He used to be like a news anchor back in the day. So I thought that was a cool little nod to him, like having him be in there, George Gervin and him. It's like, it just shows you like the Safdies, like they always just throw like people in these movies that they make, like uncut gems. Like you got Kevin Garnett, like what was the girl that Kanye was dating? Julia Fox.
Yep.
You just get like these random like people in these gritty movies and it works.
Yeah.
So I would definitely say Marty Supreme, Hype is Real.
Yeah.
I really liked it.
Safdie definitely brings people on adventures, and I love that. And he doesn't. I think he's making a name for himself now, having these like you
His
said.
brother too. It's two of them.
Oh, it's both of them, the Safdie brothers. Well, they're making a name for.
He just made Marty Supreme, and then the other one made The Smashing Machine with The Rock.
That's one I really want to see, bro. I still
haven't
haven't
seen
seen
that
it. I've been watching clips, bro, and every time I watch a clip, I'm like, oh my god, I can't believe
I
this.
gotta really sit down and give it like, and when I'm not in the mood to like be silly, when I want to watch it and like give The Rock his just due.
Yeah, but yeah, I want to give that the just due too, because I like what these guys have been doing. Uncut Gems, one of my tops. I watch that quite often, actually. But Marty Supreme is going to be one, like you said. Like I'm going to put that on often as well, just because I love the way it made me feel when I watched it. It kind of felt like Honora in a way, where I was like, it's a fun journey. You know what I'm saying? I don't really like any of these people.
Kind of crazy stuff was happening.
Yeah.
It was very much like Honora, I would say.
But I would watch this one more than Honora, because I mean, not that I don't like it, but it's just like less sex and all that.
No, there's not, bro. There's just as much sex. They just don't show any titties.
They don't show the titties. Like they don't show the titties.
Just as much sex.
There's a lot
Marty
of sex.
Supreme. A lot of sex.
Less titties.
Sex about 8 times in that movie.
Yeah, but
Gwyneth Paltrow, like 5 of those.
What you said about One Battle After Another, which I didn't realize, which actually made me just think about it. When you said Tiana Taylor's her character's impact on the movie, that's kind of badass though. That she could only be maybe on screen time, probably like 30 minutes of screen time. Yeah. You know, but everything just kind of is based.
The
off
whole movie is based on what her character.
And it made me reminded me of the nuns when they went to the nun thing. Like she was not at you did not see her at the nun thing the entire movie, but yet everything that happened
presence was felt there.
Exactly. I thought that was pretty dope. I think Sean Penn did a great job. I know you said he didn't, but I think Sean Penn did a great job.
He did a great job for the character. I just thought it was they chose a weird way to play that character.
Yeah, very true. Very true.
He did it. Same thing with Leo, right? Like it was a weird character choice, but he nailed what he chose to do with the character. Same thing with Sean Penn.
Facts.
Weird character choice, but you nailed what you chose to do. You nailed it.
Facts. So I just want to do a New Jersey one, just because where we're based out of. Overhyped, underhyped, hype is real.
Mm-hmm.
Highway 280.
Okay.
95.
Okay.
Or the Parkway.
Oh, this is easy.
Yeah.
Parkway, 100% overrated.
Parkway's overhyped.
I'm on the Parkway all day, every day.
Bro.
Overrated. Parkway overrated. Parkway's overrated. Bro, you
just said it yourself. You're on it every day.
I'm on it every day, but I have no choice from where I'm going. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's overrated, overhyped because, bro, at any given second or any random day, it could just be wall-to-wall traffic.
That's true.
Like, for no reason. Also, like, 2 days, remember the day I texted you? I was like, yo, you at home?
Yeah.
And I had to go all the way fucking past your crib just to get back because it was like, yo, there's no explanation as to why there was traffic. It was like standstill. Like, I couldn't move my car for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I made it before I got on the Parkway, went Parkway North. This is a mess. 95... I'm gonna go 95 is hype is real. You need it. It's 95 isn't just 95 for Jersey, it's 95 from Maine to Florida.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Like that could get you almost anywhere. It's the information superhighway. It's underhyped. If you don't know about 95, then I don't even know how you get around on the East Coast.
Facts.
So I'm gonna say it's underhyped. Actually, excuse me, hype is real. Hype is real for 95.
Facts.
New Jersey Turnpike, hype is real because again, like I said, you need it more so than the Parkway.
Yeah.
And it just gets you to a lot more places, gets you out into the world. Parkway gets you through Jersey, but Turnpike gets you to the world. And I'm gonna say 280 underhyped.
That's a t-shirt, bro.
I'm gonna say 280 is underhyped because 280 has its good moments and its bad moments. In Essex County, it sucks.
Sucks, bro.
It sucks in Essex County. But the more north you go in Essex County, like you start getting up towards like that Livingston area. Like we start going towards like 287 territory.
Yeah.
It's not as bad. It's a little quiet out there.
Yeah.
There's a Wawa right at the end.
Yep.
Exit 1. I go to that Wawa.
Yep, but Parsippany Wawa.
Yeah.
Yep.
Parsippany, exactly. So I go to that Wawa
Yeah.
sometimes. That Wawa's pretty good.
No, we're gonna do
Wawa save me many a nights.
We're gonna do a highway. I know our injured, our most injured player of the year is not here right now.
Yeah.
But when we get him back here, we're gonna do a highway debate because New Jersey highways are crazy. And here's what I was saying.
And you're missing a bunch too.
Yeah, of course. We're missing 22, 1 and 9. We're missing 287, 78.
Yeah, there's a lot.
We're missing.
Go on all day with
we could go all day, and because we do a lot of driving for work, we'll have a highway debate.
I think mine was fair. I think that was fair because the Parkway is overhyped, bro.
Bro, the Parkway for me, the hype is real. The Parkway for me, the hype is real, bro. Like, actually.
You're not caught on that mug enough.
I'm really not. I'm really not.
On that
but
mug
I am.
enough.
I am on 280. Here's why I don't like it. Here's what I say 280 is overhyped. This is what I'm going to say. 280 is overhyped. That's where I'm going to start.
Okay.
280 is overhyped. Sucks in Essex County.
Yes.
Sucks especially when you're in Newark, bro. When it goes from 5 lanes to 2 lanes.
Yes.
The worst thing
That's
in the
worst
entire
place.
world.
That's the worst. Everyone in Jersey knows that.
Yeah, you get stuck.
There's
there.
literally so many TikTok videos about that. And you got to be a finesser. You got to know how to cross that solid line and get in there. I did that many mornings.
Yep, you got to do that.
Yeah.
And then, but then when you leave that spot and you go toward out west,
Yes.
for whatever reason, the accidents that be happening on 280 are like massive, bro.
In the hills.
They're all in the hills.
West Orange Hills.
Wasting mad gas out there. But the accidents are crazy. I just can't stand it. And I also feel like, where am I going when I'm on 280?
Yeah,
like,
what
where am I
doing here?
Like, where am I going? I'm going, like we just said, Parsippany, bro. What am I doing out in
Parsippany.
Parsippany, dog? Like, nothing, bro. There's nothing out there. The other thing, I would say 95 to me, 95 is dope. I don't know if I want to put it under hype or hype is real, but here's the best part about 95. The best part about 280, no tolls. The worst part about 95 is the tolls. But the thing is, if you jump on 95, you can get to places, like you said, the world. You can get to anywhere in the country.
Takes you to the world.
You can go up and down the country real fast. And if you're trying to get to certain places in New Jersey that you want to get there quickly, and you want to avoid traffic, jump on that 95, go in the cars and trucks lane, and just be out. You know what I'm saying? So I really like that. And then I'll say Parkway is the hype is real, bro. The hype is real for Parkway.
It's crazy.
But Parkway is very similar to 95, where it's just like you want to get to the beach, you want to get to New York, like wherever, you take the Parkway. I'm there for you.
Nah, I got ways around the Parkway.
All right.
Anywhere.
All right. 135.
Anywhere. Yeah.
Stay alive.
This is going to require a little bit of thought, maybe. This is situational. Okay. You have to pull a heist.
Yeah.
Okay. You need to pick a crew.
Yep.
You can pick Danny Ocean's crew.
Ooh.
You can pick Dom Toretto and the fam from Fast and Furious. Or you can pick the Avengers. Overhyped, underhyped, hype is real.
Wait a second, bro.
Avengers did a time heist, okay? Endgame is a time heist.
Bro, they're superheroes.
Okay, bro, explain it. Explain yourself.
How could you not choose the super? Like, I don't even want them, but like, how could you not choose them, dog?
Listen, I'll give you my scenario, but this is your scenario. Okay?
Okay. If I'm in the heist and this, the hype is real for me, or I would say the underhype for me is Danny Ocean's crew.
Okay.
Like, if I'm doing a heist, they're underhyped. I don't feel like people give them enough just due for the things that they were doing. You know, they're stealing from other people's noses. Yeah. Museums.
Yeah.
Some of the most
highly,
exactly.
Doesn't even know.
Some of the most highly guarded places in the world.
Yeah.
They were just kind of just slipping the rug, taking the tablecloth off the table while you're eating. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm going underhyped. Plus, I would just get along with those guys.
Yeah. Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? They're good guys.
Those
Brad
are like
Pitt.
your friends for life.
Yeah, those are exactly.
Yeah, that's how they meet it. They're boys for life.
Exactly. I would say hype is real is with the Avengers. How can you like? And I love Dom Toretto family, but the Avengers are superheroes, bro. You can do any heist.
Yeah,
you can literally do any heist, and you'll be just fine. Even if you don't get away with it, what they gonna do? You know what they're gonna do? The Avengers can stop worlds, bro. They can, you know what I'm saying? True. They can move planets.
That's true.
You know, like that
is true.
What are we doing?
That's
the cops are gonna stop me. Yo, Hulk, go smash this. Yo, Iron Man goes, you know, and we're off to the races. And then I could just be chilling. Okay. You know, yo, Spidey, make me a little Spidey basket. I'm gonna sit right here. You guys figure this out. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go Mac with what's her name? What's the girl with the red?
Black Widow.
With the Black Widow for sure. But what's the girl with the red eyes from Doctor Strange? What's her name?
Scarlet Witch.
Scarlet Witch. I'm gonna chill with that's Olsen, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna go chill with her. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like she should have some good conversation. And then Overhyped is
Dom's crew.
Dom's crew. And I love Dom's crew, bro. I love Dom's crew. I love Dom. You know me, bro. You know me, bro.
Going against the family?
No, you know what I'm saying? We drink Coronas out here, bro. You know what I'm saying?
You going against Dom and the family.
I'm just saying, like with if you got the event, and I don't even like the Avengers like that, but like if you got them, why not? How can you not say it's not them? You know what I'm saying? Plus, Dom and the crew, bro, they really are not pulling off the like they're doing crazy stuff during the hype, during the heist, but they're not doing they're not pulling why literally Danny Ocean's crew will take the steak off your fork by the time you're about to put it in your mouth, bro. What I'm saying is like, you know, Dom's crew, they're gonna make noise, they're gonna get caught, then they finesse their way out of it. You know what I'm saying? And they do crazy I'm not driving off the cliff onto the boat, bro. It's not happening, bro. I'm sorry. And I love Dom and the crew. I love Dom and the crew.
You're not driving off a cliff onto a boat? That'd be dope.
That would be dope.
That'd be dope.
But I love Dom and the crew. And, you know, I would love to carry us safe.
That was Fast and Furious 2.
Yeah.
That was Roman and Brian.
Yeah.
All right.
Time.
I'm gonna give you the breakdown.
Yeah.
This is how it goes, okay?
All right.
This is my breakdown of that. Overhyped, underhyped, hype is real. Danny Ocean's crew, Dom Toretto and his crew, or the Avengers, to pull a heist. Okay, I'm gonna start in the middle. Okay, hype is real.
Okay,
hype is real. Danny Ocean's crew.
Okay,
like you said,
yeah,
they can steal the water from the ocean, and the fish will keep swimming. They wouldn't even know the difference, right?
Yep.
I think that if you're looking for a crew that is a heist crew, this is the crew. This is the crew.
Yeah.
Right? You want to get in, out, nobody even know you were even there for a couple days.
Yep.
That's the guys you go with. This is what they do. There's nothing ifs, ands, or buts, nothing messy about it.
Yep.
But we don't know the circumstances of this heist. We don't know if things are gonna get messy.
True.
And if things are gonna get messy, and I still need a crew capable of pulling off a heist, I'm gonna go with the underhyped crew of Dom Toretto and his crew. They got cars, they got cops, they got guns. They're not afraid to shoot and kill. They're not afraid to break the law. They're a little more rowdy than the Ocean's crew. If guns come out, Danny Ocean and his boys, that's not what they do.
It's not.
That's not what they do. So I would like, in a gunfight and a heist, I need Dom and his crew. They can drive cars. They can get me away. They can shoot. They got a whole team. Their team's deep as hell. They got The Rock. They got Jason Statham now.
Yep.
Okay. They got friggin' Ludacris.
Yeah.
They got Gal Gadot.
Yep.
Okay.
What's my boy Han?
They got Han.
Yep.
They got little Bow Wow.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Lucas Black. They got all the Fast and Furious people, bro.
Yeah.
Okay. They got all of them. Think of all the talent and skills they got from head to toe.
No, but you made a great point. They're adaptable.
They're adaptable to everything. And no matter what happens. And the Overhyped is going to be the Avengers. Because they don't steal. They're not a heist crew. They're superheroes. First of all, they're going to stand out. They got flashy uniforms and stuff. Second, somebody sees Iron Man coming into the bank and he starts lasering open the vault. They're going to be like, Iron Man's robbing the bank. It's mad obvious.
What are you going to do about it?
I hear what you're saying. What are you going to do about it? But guess what? The Avengers, they don't even want to break the law or break the rules. They're scared to break the rules unless the world is like at stake. They're like, oh no, sorry, we can't break the Sokovia Accords because we might break the. It's like, yo, shut up. The world is hanging in the balance. Oh, they're like, oh, the world's hanging in the balance. All bets are off. We can do whatever we want.
Right.
So the heist for them, the world would have to be hanging in the balance in order to get the best out of the Avengers.
Right.
Dom and his crew, they could save the world. They could rob TVs.
Facts.
They could rob vaults.
Facts.
They could do there's the versatility of Dom and his team. That's why they're underhyped.
That's true. They're spanning the gambit.
I threw the Avengers in there to throw you off.
Yeah.
You know, I threw the Avengers in there to throw you because you're like, superheroes out there.
I didn't even think about if things went south.
They're not even thieves.
Yeah, that's facts.
Now Scott Lang is a thief. Ant-Man.
Yeah,
Ant-Man, if he's leading the charge, okay, maybe. Yeah. But the rest of them are not really thieves.
Yeah, they probably steal it and then give it back.
They'll feel bad.
Yeah, they feel bad.
Again, if the world is not hanging in the balance, they're not going to really be too bothered about it.
But like you said, the Dom's crew did steal that vault. They drove it through the middle of the city.
That's why I have a Charger right now, bro, because of that scene.
They drove it through the middle of the city, bro.
You could do that.
Charlize Theron, I forgot about her.
She's not really on their side.
She's not on their side. She tried to get him.
But I guess actually we don't know what happens. A cliffhanger at the last one, so we don't know. She could end up on the team in the family.
That would be fire.
No, it would not be fire. She's kind of a bitch to them. She killed Dom's fucking baby mom.
She did.
And tried to kill Dom's baby. You can't be gang with her.
You never know. They found crazier things to do, bro. They found crazier things to do. What a crew, though.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's about that time. If you laughed, learned, or questioned the hype, we ask you to follow, like, subscribe, comment, share, and follow us on all social medias.
Mm-hmm.
You can also go to and visit us at BelieveNoHype.com.
It's a fire website.
We got sports news, entertainment news. You can watch the pods. We got everything on there. Check it out. We got blogs.
Yep.
But yeah, we appreciate the love and support. What do we say?
If you laughed?
No, we said that already.
Oh, you said that already?
Yeah. You want to say it?
No.
Let's hear your version.
If you laughed, learned, or questioned the hype, remember to like, follow, and subscribe.
There you go.
Yeah.
And as always, believe no hype.
Peace.